Whisker, 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 whisker. Whoa, and then my splatter. Here you go. Boy.
Thank you.
Let me get some sponges. Thank you. Yum. Yum.
Good morning. Aw. Stretch, 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 stretch. do some turtle. Let's go. This is interesting.
Fear. Colors.